Since the end of WWII, the US military has expanded its operations throughout much of the world. Europe, Africa, Australia, and part of Asia are all influenced by these bases. Almost no geographic region has not been affected by US military bases. That military has also been involved in numerous wars around the world since the end of that Great War in the middle of the previous century. Today, even Okinawa is not immune from being involved indirectly in those wars because of the military bases stationed throughout the prefecture that participate in war. The main island as well as in neighboring islands. Today, the main island of Okinawa, however, seem to be used by the national government of Japan mostly as the nation's personal fortress to defend. The presence of the foreign bases remains as a source of serious noise pollution as well as water and air pollution and sometimes even fatal mishaps on local roads.
At present is another issue, which is the development of another base in the northern part of the island. Many Okinawan people oppose the destruction of the local environment and the construction and relocation of a marine base to a new location in Henoko. In this documentary, we explore some of the possible reasons why local citizens contend with such ongoing conditions.
Many people believe that the primary reason why US bases are so concentrated in Okinawa has much to do with the central government's wish to contain the foreign bases in largely one remote geographic region of the country. We can see the evidence of this plan after the Treaty of San Francisco, when most US bases in the mainland were moved here, causing so many bases Okinawa, which comprises only 0.6% of the total Japanese landmass, while over 70% of all US forces are based in the prefecture.
Today we are interviewing Professor Brody about base issues in Okinawa. Welcome, Dan Sensei.
Hi, thank you so much.
I have a question for you.
Yes. Well, that's a good question. There was a study that came out in, I think, 2015, Nisenju Gonen, by Dr. David Vine at American University in Washington, D.C. I think he said that there were approximately 800 bases that we know about. There might be more. The 800 bases are a part of the public expenditures that Congress approves. The U.S. Congress in America. But he suggested that there might be many more bases that are not a part of the public expenditure, which means that those bases are secret. That's one of the that's one answer to your question. Why are there so many? Well, there are so many likely because of the conditions, the economic conditions of the world after World War II. The economies of many countries around the world had been destroyed by war, and the United States, Soviet Union, and even China were in relatively good position economically to expand their field of economics or their economic activity. And the way that economic activity is protected is through bases, military bases. So after World War II, the conditions were such that the United States was able to take advantage of the way the economies were and to negotiate many agreements with governments around the world as the governments rebuilt their economies. There are a number of theories about the reason. One of them that seems to be the most plausible has to do with the Treaty of San Francisco. When the status of the U.S. forces was being negotiated during the signing of that treaty, Okinawan representatives were not part of the negotiation. And one of my colleagues, she argues that the reason is that over 70% of all the U.S. bases that are in Japan are now stationed in Okinawa, which comprises about 0.6% of all of the landmass of Japan. The Treaty of San Francisco, many scholars point to that treaty as the point in history when many of the bases that were in the mainland, a number of bases that were in the mainland, actually relocated to Okinawa. And I think that's one of the reasons why you have such a huge disparity between the number of military forces that are in Okinawa, very small part of the total landmass. So it's unfortunate for Okinawa that all of the decisions that have been made after World War II about Okinawa's land, its sea, its air, those decisions have been made outside of Okinawa. So that's likely the best reason why we see so many areas of Okinawa that are occupied by bases even still. Okay?
Hi.
Well, generally speaking, I think you have to ask the question of when you have no interest in something, what do you naturally do? What do we naturally do when we're not interested in something? Or when we reject something, what is the natural response? Well, the most natural response is to boycott. And boycotts have been very powerful instruments of change throughout history. If you think about military activities are big business. They're very big business. And a lot has been written about militarism and war as a big business. And if we want to reduce militarism and war as people, as citizens, as consumers, we have to boycott and reject these things. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
見えないのは何かっていうと、海域と空域が制限されていて、みんな経験あるかな。東京からとか沖縄に入ってくるとき、那覇空港に着くとき、すっごい低空飛行でこう滑走路に入っていくの分かります？実はあそこの上は米軍の空域で日本の飛行機が入っちゃいけないんだよ。沖縄の周りにはその日本の民間機だとか、その普通に入っちゃいけない空域があって、でもそれ見えないよね。 で海もそうなんだよね。でまあ、何よりもやっぱり、メンタルが占領されてるっていうのがあると自分は思っていて、まあ、自分もそうだったんだけど、アメリカのフェンスを見ながら毎日暮らしてるわけでしょ。そしたらやっぱりすごい差があるわけじゃない、オフベースとオンベースの。やっぱりあそこの裕福な暮らしだとか、まあ、音楽もそうだし文化もそうだし、やっぱり全然アメリカに憧れてて、やっぱりアメリカが一番トップにあって、まあ、その次に日本がかろうじていて、でその下にどうしようもないダサい沖縄あるみたいな、そういう感覚だったんだよね。自分の頭の中っていうのはアメリカへの憧れ、で逆に返せば劣等感だよね、まあ英語に憧れてたのもアメリカ文化に憧れてたのも、これは完全にアメリカの戦後、まあ、日本はアメリカに負けたので、その後もう経済的にも軍事的にも政治的にもいろんな意味でアメリカのやっぱり占領の中でこう日本は成り立ってるんで、全部アメリカ式にしたのね。でそれまではさ普通にさなんか天皇陛下万歳みたいな、突然ハロー民主主義でしょ、みんなさやれ個性大事とかさ自分らしくとかさ道徳とかに習わんかった？これってまあ言ってみればアメリカの教育で一人一人その個性があってそれが普通でそれがいいことだって言ってるんだけど、まあそれを片や教室で行ったりとかその最近の若者は個性がすぎるんだよ、もうちょっと自分を持ってないって言うくせに、突然次の授業ではいはいはいちゃんと聞いてみたいな、周り空気を見なさいみたいな、喋ってるのあとだけだよみたいな、そういう矛盾を抱えたまま日本社会ってずっと来てるんだよね。いまだにその集団で生きないといけないよっていう同調圧力と、そういうのを相対的にいろいろ見て、自分たちはこうやって育ってきたんだ、自分たちはこういう教育の中でこういう社会の中でこういうメディアの中で育て上げられてきて、今自分の頭ってこうなってんだなみたいなのが分かったら、これって本当にいいのかなってどっかで考えない限りはこの占領は解けないっていうか、それ疑問を持たずにそれだけがいいと思ってる自分たちって一体何みたいなのはやっぱり考えないといけないかなと思うよね。これどうよ、じゃあ逆に聞きたいわ。今反対運動してる人だともうおじいさんおばあさんさ、ほぼ年の人たちばかりでしょ、であの人たちなんでそうかって言ったらやっぱ最悪の時を分かってるからよ。米兵がそれで人を引き殺しても罪に問われないみたいな、友達なく死んだ、そのなんだろう先生とか知ってる人たち死んだみたいな、80、90になっていまだに泣きながらその話するわけでしょ、それだけの強い思いがあるのよ。俺なんかってさこんなさクーラー効いてさ毎日食うものに困るわけでもない、大学まで行けてでちゃんと仕事もあり、この灼熱のこの30度を超す中でさゲート前行ってからさ拳を振り上げなくても楽に毎日暮らせる生活をしてるわけよね、友達が例えば米兵に乱暴されたとか、性的被害を受けたんだけどでもその報告してないとか、そういうのを自分のこととしてこう痛みを感じてる人はやっぱり声を上げるんだよ、でも多くの場合自分たちはその声を上げるほど苦しみも悲しみもしてないんだよ、おそらくね。基地がなくなってあそこがもっと産業なんかもっと栄えて、そしたら今軍港をしてる人たちもそこの跡地で仕事ができて、もっといいそこで栄え基地ができて、っていう将来描ききれてるかって描ききれないじゃないんだけど誰も、でもそれが達成できれば悪い話ではないんだよね。身近にあってそれが当たり前と思ったら別に何ともないのかもしれないけど、一旦何かが自分たちの身に起きてってなったらやっぱり違うのかもしれないよね、だから人間ってなかなかその他の人の痛みを感じきれないので、同じ沖縄に住みながらやっぱりその基地で困ってる人たちがいるけど、でも自分がそうじゃなければその人たちの痛みも分からないし、これが人間の悲しいとこよだから若い世代とか、若くないとか全てに関係ないかなと思う、そういう意味では。でも若い皆さんの世代はおそらくこれからいろんな経験ができるはずなんだよね。いろいろ海外に出てったりとか、若い人たちに可能性が残されているとすれば、これからそういういろんな経験ができて自分の可能性とか自分の感性とかをもっとこう広げていける、多分そこなんだよね、そこにかかってると思う。
We think it is unfair that there are so many US bases garrisoned in Okinawa Prefecture. The situation we raise as local citizens has not been addressed for 18 years. When will central government planners listen? We believe the local government should hear the voices of local people and always the citizens who demand that a total restructuring of US bases in Japan be carried out.